Welcome back, folks. At me, Phil Too Real, and here you're watching Ys 2 Ancient Ys Vanished, the final chapter. I guess you could just say it's the second chapter, but I guess the final chapter is good. But I'm gonna go ahead and talk through this little opening part right here, and then stay quiet for the movie afterwards. But we're greeted to evil villain number one and evil villain number two. And evil villain number one is going to be like, he's overcome the challenges of Darm Tower, my lord. How shall we proceed? I'm sure he doesn't sound as nervous as that, but that's just what I imagine. And evil villain number two is glowing red orb in the sky, background, whatever. Like, this Adol Kristen's perseverance is admirable. Let's see how far he can go. Oh yes, very good, sir. And I channel my inner Megatron for Beast Wars there for y'all. So I want to go ahead and say something for the next part. So enjoy it. I'll see you when it's done. And with that, we're back, and Adol awakens, and we are greeted with the second Ys girl, Lilia. And Adol speaks. He's like, "Who are you? Thank goodness you actually talk. My name is Lilia, and I'm from Lance Village." And so Adol's like, where am I?" And she lets us know that we're in Ys and we're near her village. So we finally made it. So one game in, and we finally make it to the land of Ys. Lilia says she had a premonition. She had to come over here and find out what that premonition was leading to. And then she suddenly saw Adolf flying out of the sky. Spectacular light. I like to imagine him jumping on a warp star on top of Darm Tower and flying up here, and that's what happened. I digress. So this little opening part right here, I don't think first-time players will be able to watch this. You have to beat the game, I think. I could be wrong. But Fina over here says, "Hey, we gotta help Adol," and Rhea's like, "I'm sure he'll be able to." Um, oh, and then she's like, "Oh, okay, let me not finish this. Let's just go to this shrine." And then the village elder who's following them is like, "I must be seeing things." But for those who exactly haven't put it together yet, Rhea and Fina are the goddesses of Ys, from the opening movie, and then just from that scene alone. So, right here, Adol's waking up in Aaliyah's house, and people are like, "He fell out of the sky." Yes, that's what it looked like anyway. And then the doctor is going to be like, "His wounds don't look too dire." Um, and Adol's probably thinking, like, has some sort of PTSD from the fight with Dark Fat getting hit by 500 fireballs and stuff like that. I mean, getting hit by 500 fireballs, I think I'd have a little bit of PTSD myself. That's what I like to imagine him waking up like that. So Adol gives his name, and they let him know your injuries are nothing major. Um, so just have a nice rest and recover, and then, you know, we'll see you in a little bit. That's not the doctor. That's actually one of the people who work at the doctor's village. Yeah, he works at the doctor's village, but in the office. Sorry. So I was like, oh, I'm going to sleep now. And then he wakes up like 2 seconds later, all better. And unfortunately, Adol is back to level 1. We have none of our real good silver battle equipment, so we're back to plain Jane Adol. So, but Noah is Leah's mother. If you talk to her, she'll let you know a little bit about the land that we're in. So Ease is this land we're in, and she asked for from another world, which technically we are, but technically we're also not, because we're just from the surface and they're on this floating island in the sky. And Mundoria is this shrine that's in shambles near the village. Has one of the best tracks in the game, in my opinion. Second only to another track, which we'll talk about later. But Ristine Mine is our first dungeon we're going to be going through. It's where people get iron ore and herbs, and it's been taken over by demons, so not really many people mine in there anymore. But it's not as bad as the abandoned mine for sure. So, but Noah talks about herself. She lets us know that her husband passed away. She's been taking care of Lilia, and if anything happens to her, she doesn't know what she's going to do, because Lilia is what's getting her through this terrible time. And she lets us know that Lilia likes to go out and find apples and bring them back home, and that's, that's basically, other than that premonition, that's how she found us. She also lets us know that she wants us to take this letter to the doctor. That way, for plot reasons, which I'll explain right here, that Lilia is not very well. She's actually pretty sick. And yeah, we gotta save the girl, man. We're the hero. We cannot let the second heroine and Ease die. Which, she is very cute, but Fina is the one, as far as I'm concerned, that has Adol's heart. So what we're going to do here in Lance Village is we're going to talk to all these people on the outside. Now I like to work my way back around, talk to everybody inside the houses. So Eska here basically is like, you're not too bad looking. And once again, everybody comments on Adol's looks in every game, I imagine. But Boet's, he's basically saying that, hey, there's demons in mines. We haven't been able to go in there to restock iron and goodies and all that. So yeah, he's letting us know that, hey, demons are here as well. So it did not stop a dark fact. And Lucy here takes care of the Picards. She's very useful for a side quest to get some items. And then some of the villagers are talking about letting us know that there's evil sounds, scary sounds come from underneath the village, underneath people's basements. Well, a particular person's basement. Andy here talked about a ringing sound that tends to make those sounds happen. So pay special attention to that in a little note. Larson lets us know that demons don't come very far, but you can't be too careful. Aaliyah here gets her own portrait because she's very important. She lets us know she's happy that we're recovered, and she gives us an apple because an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Then we're gonna work our way around here to Osim. This is know that there are 6 statues in the shrine. I forget the name. Sanctuary Toll, which Toll is a very important character in the prequel game, but we'll talk about that game when we get to it. And Mason Torch is the one that tells us about the Sanctuary of Toll. But yeah, so very useful information. Nice to get a lay of the land here. And Saffron here is going to let us know that when she goes to bed, she hears screaming and all these scary sounds at night. So again, there's something going on here at this village. And I don't know why I left and went back in. I have no idea what I was thinking. And then Tess and Tran basically say that, hey, their husband / dad. That sounds weird. But anyways, their beloved father and husband is an armorer, and he can't really do very much work without any iron ore, and it's kind of depressing. So yeah, I don't blame him. If I didn't have the items to perform my craft, I probably would feel very depressed too. So Gildo lets us know that, hey, he needs some iron, and he would like to get some good iron. So one thing to do is, once we do find some iron ore, we can always take it back to Gildo and then get some good old-fashioned cold hard cash. And Jade here is our item shop, and he has some really good items, particularly 2 things. a wing, which just like Ease 1 will teleport you back into Lance Village, and then another item which we cannot buy until the end of the game, the elixir, which we'll talk about that when we see it. So Colt is very confused about Adol coming from a far away land. He's like, far away? There's nothing around here, dude. But he doesn't exactly understand that Adol came from below, near the, well, below the island and on the surface of the earth. So we're going to start talking about people and inside the homes. So I didn't quite catch what Astral said right there. Maybe I forgot. Astral's the protagonist of Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal, I think, or the ghost in Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal. I'm not sure, but the man in this home, he's going to be very important once we start getting items to give, because he's going to help us get some gold and help us upgrade some of our armor because of that gold. And one thing about these two twins, I'm not a very big fan of this like 30-second part right here that we're about to do, because for you to get both of their notebook entries, you have to talk to them separately. And I end up talking to one of them, of course, and I forget which one I talked to, so I end up talking to both of them to get that entry. Which, if you want to fill in the notebook, you can, but I just like to fill in the notebook because, for one thing, it has little notes on it, and it also says little things that you and them talked about, and it's just very nice in case you get a little lost. So yeah, so that's what I like to do. If you don't like to talk to people, that's fine, but I also should warn you, just like Ease 1, there's important dialogue regarding the plot, so if you don't talk to people, you're not going to get very much plot. Just like Ease 1, if you go from point A to point B to point C to point D, you don't talk to no one except for the very important people, you're not going to get very much back story or lore in this game, so very important. And then also dropping hints about where to go next. So Sheila says that her husband goes looking for iron and herbs, but of course can't get into the mine because of demons and all that good stuff. Gila is going to be very important because that door that's in the back, this is where we're going to go once we have that item to deal with the sounds underneath this village. So remember his home. His home is very important. It's probably the third most important home besides Lilia's, the doctor's, and then his, of course. And I'm saying homes, not shops. And you come here, kitty. Talk to me. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, it's a good kitty. Anywho, there is a trophy involved in the animals, but I'm not going to get it. But just know that you can feed the animals with gifts, and then you can get a trophy for that. But I don't do that. I haven't done that even in my free time. But it is there they are there if you want to feed them stuff. So I think I've already talked to everybody, so I'm just going through my notebook because there's really just 4 people that haven't appeared yet. 2 of them are in here. One of them's the doctor, and then the other one, I believe, is the village elder. So the nurse, I think Saria, I think her name is Saria. But anyways, they let us know that Serena, yeah. So they let us know that the doctor got lost in the mine, not lost in the mine, he got stuck in the mine because of a cave-in. He asked Adol, like, hey, can you please get the doctor out? And they're like, please, Adol. And Adol's like, yeah, sure, I'm the hero. I got to do good things. Can I have some money to buy some armor? And by armor, we're gonna buy 3 herbs from this clinic, and then buy a shield. So you could use this money to buy a short sword, but I'm not going to buy the short sword. I'm going to actually find a short sword, or rather have one given to me for free. So what I like to do is I like to stock up on herbs here. So you can also tend your wounds here, but there's really no point because you can sleep at Lilia's house for free. So there's really no point in getting our wounds tended here. So buy the herbs, and then we're going to go ahead and leave. And then we're going to go back to the armorer, which I forget his name. I always remember Dios in Ease 1. If you do what I did there, you get a trophy for knocking over that fruit. But again, I found that randomly one day. I didn't exactly look that up. So we're going to go ahead and talk to the village elder. And then from there, he's going to let us know, like, hey, I saw these 2 women, or ghosts of women, walking through the ruins of Mendoria. So, Elder Cornell is one of the most important people in this village because he kind of guides us in the very first parts of the game. But he says, hey, I heard you have some books. And then Adol shows him the books of ease. And he says that each one holds the thoughts and memories of each of the 6 priests. And then the books belong to the statues in the sanctuary of Toll. And later on in sanctuary, in the ruins of Mundoria, we're going to find a stone tablet that talks about how to progress through the game with those books. So first off, let's talk to Gildo, and buy our first piece of equipment, a shield. Not just a plain shield, a wooden shield. Because, you know, wooden shields are our first tier equipment. So we're going to go ahead and buy that. Or first tier of shields. Anyways, we can't buy any armor or a sword with the amount of money we have left. So we're not going to do that. Excuse me. And so we equip the wooden shield. We get some decent beginning defense. And so now, a little bit of a jump cut there because I was doing a little bit of math in my head. And now I think we're gonna buy a wing, I think. Right? Maybe? Yes? Yes, so we're gonna buy a wing. And you'll notice that he'll have apples and myrrh flowers in stock, but we're never gonna buy those from him. We're only gonna buy wings and that one elixir there. And am I going to look at the elixir? No, I'm just going to go to quick. But anyways, the elixir is going to be an end game item we want to get. So basically, we're just going to be going to Jade's shop to buy a wing. And once we get a certain magic, because we do get magic in this game, the wing will become useless. There's no need to buy wings, so we can save a little bit of money on that end. And money is a little bit more important in Ease 2 than it is in Ease 1. So right here, we'll go to the left. And if you go all the way to the left right here, you'll see this is where Lilia found us. And then you can see Darm Tower, and then you can see the crater that Ease came out of. So now we finally know why that looks like an ice cream scooper, and also because of the opening video that Ease just basically got airlifted into the sky. So if you go up to the second tier and you go to the left, you can find some apple trees. I like to keep my stock of gift items, and this is what basically I call apples and myrrh flowers, even though you can eat them and use them to recover HP and magic. So, and you can only carry 3 of each. You can carry 3 apples and 3 myrrh flowers. We had 1 apple from Lilia, and then we're gonna go all the way around here, up and down, I guess not up and down, but up and to the right, get the myrrh flower, and then we go down back to the left, and then we go back up, and we're gonna see this awesome, I guess, is it a panoramic view? No, just a nice view of the shrine that we see in the opening movie. So if we go to the left here first, we can get a myrrh flower. Now we can go and gawk at the scenery with Lilia in tow. So we see the shrine up here, and she lets us know that the shrine is going to be called Solomon Shrine. And it's also one of her favorite sites, and I can't blame her. It's a very nice site. I really like that view. And then she just wonders how, you know, I'm not wondering, but she quotes on how this looks so peaceful and everything. And she says, hey, do you see that ice cliff back there? That's the Ice Ridge of Noltea. And on top is the Solomon Shrine. None of their people here in this village have gone there. And one thing I will say about the Ice Ridge of Noltea, the Ice Ridge of Noltea's track is phenomenal. It is my favorite track in this entire game. It's second only to the Ruins of Mundoria, which unfortunately we only get like a small amount of that track. And here, if you equip the apple or the myrrh flower, you can give them to people. I'm just showing that off here with Leah. Most of the time, you only need to give 3 items to get max, I'll say affinity with the person. But basically, the more items you give to people, the more like flavor text you get with Leah. Basically, all but saying, "Oh, I love you at all. My life is 1,000 times better with you." She says, "Please take care of yourself." So, Leah, it takes about 5 items to get that kind of text from her. And then, what you could do is you can go back to those trees, get some more apples, and then as you notice, the flowers are starting to grow again. So this area does regenerate really fast with items. And then I'll be going back and forth here to get some items, or not get some items, to get more apples and more myrrh flowers. So, yeah. So with that, I have a nice little bit of stock, but I'm gonna go back in and show you that, hey, this stuff does regenerate pretty quickly. So let me see. No, we don't go all the way to the left though. That's the little shot that where Lilia found us. So again, if you go back through here, I think the myrrh flowers are already fully restored, so we can get that. And then we can get this apple that's right here. And then if you go all the way to the top right where the flower was, the second flower, we can grab that. But when you go up, Lilia is actually going to be blocking the third flower, so we actually can't get that. But she is there still if you want to talk to her, but there's really no reason for you to go back up here. Because again, she blocks the flowers. She just, I love Merle flowers. There's something magical about them, fills her up with energy. Which, there's some truth to that text, because the Merle flowers, again, they restore your MP, your magic points, all that stuff. Because as you notice, below Adol's bar, first bar, and above the enemy bar, there's a third bar we didn't have in the first Ease game. And that's our magic meter, or MP meter. So, that'll be blue, but I'm going to jump cut once I exit here. So, I'm going to exit here, and if you look at my item inventory, I have 3 and 3. 3 apples, 3 Merle flowers. So, I think I show up my menu here in a little bit, because I'm trying to find, I think it's this house, yeah. So, if we talk to Brody, and we give him 5 items, not only will he break the 4th wall, but it'll let us know that, hey, ducklings here eat stuff, and that's including gold coins. So, he says, I do appreciate your generosity, but I'm not going to give you anything special. But keep on doing it. By the 4th one, he breaks the 4th wall and says, I'm not just some normal NPC. See, I'm not like any other NPCs, I swear. You might as well stop giving me gifts. It's not like I'm trying to hide a secret, but yeah. So if you give him that, he'll give you a very well-kept secret. He lets us know that there's some ducklings that tend to eat stuff, and they even eat gold coins. Let's go find these ducklings. Let's go interrogate these ducklings and get some gold coins. So there's a cat. That's not a duckling. Their ducklings are on the top right. So here they are. So let's talk to them. Talk to the little one here. Quah! And some gold coins flew out of the duckling's bill. And he ate quite a bit of gold coins because we got 500 gold. So with this, we can buy a thing of armor, and I think there's a trophy involved in that. I believe. I could be wrong, but I think there is. So, we're not going to give him a Merle flower. We're going to talk because we want to help him and become a patron of him. So, we're going to buy the first tier of armor, which I believe is the chainmail. Let's see. Buy armor. Not shield, buy armor. So, all we have here is chainmail. So, we're going to go ahead and buy that. It costs 500 gold. So, the exact amount of money that that duck ate. So, we're fully armored for right now. So now all we need to do is get a short sword, and we're going to get that in the ruins of Mendoria. So let's go ahead and exit, and then we're going to cut back to where I'm in here again, because I went and stocked back up on some stuff. And then we're going to use the Merle flowers and also the apples, I forgot what they were, and talk to Lucy, and we're going to give that stuff to her. And then what happens is when we do this, she gives us an item. She gives us, I want to say the cooked pie? No, meat pie. Okay. And the meat pie, there's 3 pies that you can get in this game. A meat pie, I want to say an apple pie, and a berry pie, I think. And when you eat all 3 of them, you get a trophy. So we're going to go ahead and save. We're going to exit. And then we're going to cut back to where I already got my items replenished, and we're going to go into the ruins and Mendoria, my second favorite track in this game, as early as we are right now. And so we're introduced to an upgraded bump system. So as you see here, we can attack from a diagonal, and we can, like 99.9% of the time, do this, and we will not take any damage. So as long as Adol's at an angle like that, Adol angle, if you will, he'll attack them and not take any damage. Unfortunately, we don't have a weapon, so we're going to be doing very minimal damage. So we're going to go and remedy that. We go all the way, well, not quite yet. We talked to Astral, not from Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal, and he's going to open up this door. But we don't want to quite go in there yet because we don't have a weapon. I'm just imagining Adol just trading blows with these enemies. Like, he has like ultra instinct. He's just dodging stuff and punch him as long as he's at an angle, right? So we're gonna go not to the left. Bill, what are you doing? But yeah, what we want to do is we want to go to the right, and we're gonna find that statue where Fina and Rhea were. And there's this old man, legs. I think it's exactly spelled like leg, but with an extra G and an S. So. Those statues right there, we can't do nothing about it, but we need to pay special attention to the treasure chest. So we're going to talk to, legs. And he lets us know that, you know, we have no weapon, these runes, and we're a madman. Do we have a death wish? No, not really. We really don't, because Adol has 8 more games after this. So he has a spare short sword. He gives us this short sword, so we got a free short sword. That's always nice. Getting free equipment's always nice. So now we can equip our short sword, and Adol makes notice of the goddesses of ease, which we already know who they are now. So now we have a short sword, so now we can go around and start attacking. So these statues you can't destroy until you reach level 6 with a short sword. I believe if you reach level 4 and you go back and get a long sword, you can destroy those statues, but grinding for the money for a long sword takes a bit of time, and you might as well just go into Ristine Mines, but the Ristine Mines and the Sanctuary Toll. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and show you some goodies that we can get here in these ruins. And so I leveled up there, and Adol can level up quite a bit in this game. I think he can level up to level 50. No, maybe level, I'm not entirely sure. I have to look at my notes later, but Adol can gain quite a bit of levels in this game compared to the last one. I think, well, I know for a fact the last one he can only get to level 10. But here, if you pick up that tablet on that wall, you get the ancient tablet, which lets us know what to do with the books of ease. So if you equip it and then you examine it, so equip it and examine it, and then it says the words of the priest lie written in the 6 books, and their power lead the hero to his land. Below ground is a door, still shut to hold the demon's advance. And if we return the 6 books of ease, that path will open. So we need to return the 6 books of ease, and we can continue our journey. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get the Rhoda Freak here from the Rhoda Tree. This is a very small Rhoda Tree. It's not like the 2 down there. And then we're going to level up to level 6. So I jump cut right there. And then we're going to go and attack those stone golems there, which we can now destroy, because I'm at level 6. I have a weapon. It takes forever, but, you know, it's very doable. So we're going to attack this golem, his brother. And then we're going to get this Rod of Divinity. Now, to know what to do with this Rod of Divinity, you'd have to talk to Legs after you get the short sword. He lets you know, like, hey, go get this treasure, and then touch the rod to the statue right here, and some good stuff will happen, more or less. So the moment you touch the statue with the Rod of Divinity, Adol will gain MP. He'll be able to use magic, but we have no magic right now, no spells or anything. So, yeah, I mean, we have it, but we don't have it. So I'm going to go ahead and take out these golems. And just like in Ease 1, if you kill like a certain amount of enemies, you only unlock little bits of information about the enemies. So we're already approaching the last part. So I'm going to save here, and I'll catch you guys on the next part. I'll see you later.